What's going on, everybody? We got some pretty exciting news that we've been waiting quite a while for. There's been a rumor going around about how a new French organization is going to be joining the RLCS, and it is finally time. The nice thing about this is we also get confirmation of where 3 free agents were going. Obviously, during the offseason, we saw the rebuilds around Karmine Corp and BDS and Vitality and all these other top-tier names, and we're wondering what's going to happen with their former players. What on earth is going to be going down? And we finally get the answer to that question. It is Gentle Mates. Now, if you don't know the Gentle Mates, luckily we've got some people that are very well informed in the chat, and we've also done a little bit of research on our own. But if you don't know, it is 3 content creators, former COD pros. I think Gotaga's like one of the largest French content creators. He's got like 15 million subs or something ridiculous on YouTube. They have some very high profile content creator based mentality talent, which seems to be the route nowadays, where you have content creator that can leverage their fan base into a different avenue of business, and then that will push forward. Case in point, this announcement video has only been out for like an hour and a half, and it's got almost 1 million views. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And that type of love and attention, those types of eyes, are what will keep this team going. You guys don't know, we now have the official announcement of Gentle Mates, which is going to be in partnership with the Alpine F1 constructors team, which I think is amazing. As you guys know, I just did the F1 event in Las Vegas, the second to last race of the last calendar year, and it was awesome to see Alpine. I actually got to talk with Akon for a little bit and Gasly a little bit. Super cool. Let's just me flexing a little bit because it was a really awesome experience, and I can't talk about it enough. But besides that, it is awesome to see that not only do they have the ability to bring in and sign a team, they're doing it with a title partnership, which hopefully will provide plenty of funding so the guys can be taken care of and things can continue to exist for a longer period of time. Now, if you ask who those guys are, this has been rumored a bunch during the offseason, and it's glad to finally get confirmation. The first one is Itachi, who I personally think was one of the best free agents available. As a player, if you guys don't know his story, he actually qualified for the RLCS in Season 3, but unfortunately was playing in a region that was not able to compete. So his entire team actually disbanded, and he had to sit on the sidelines for a long time. Then he came back in, has made a mainstay. So for him to still have qualified as a pro back in Season 3 and to still be existing into Season 12 shows how talented he really is. To me, he's a jack of all trades player. I think he is a player that has set up potential like crazy, and quite honestly could learn to be a little bit more selfish on the ball. I think he passes a lot, and if you use those talents to also be a little bit selfish, makes him a dual threat. Either way, I think Itachi is incredible. They're then pairing that with Juicy, who is the newest edition of Moist, who I don't think gets enough love. Obviously, Joyo on that roster took a lot of the attention, rightfully so, as Joyo is part of that original Queso trio who really changed and turned some heads in the world. But Juicy is a player that I don't think we've really gotten to see his full potential. I've watched and sat in their screen rooms at Worlds, watched him 1v1 people. The kid's got talent. He's very, very solid. And this, I think, is a really good opportunity to pair with and really bring that to fruition. On the other one, we then have Seikoo, who you guys all know and have seen what he did for Endpoint, and then the addition of BDS and the attention that has been brought there. So a new look, a new feel. You've got former Karmine Corp, former Moist, and former BDS all coming together to make yet another super French team, as if we didn't already have enough. I do agree with what Cool says in chat. I think it's a good balance. I think there is a pretty even-keeled. I don't think you have too big of personalities or too little personalities. This to me feels like, hey, we're a team. We're here to win. We're here to play. And we don't need to take ourselves too seriously to do it, which I think is great. And it pairs well with what the organization is. My curiosity as well is what kind of support is going to come then from Gentle Mates and the F1 Alpine team. What type of things are they going to do to separate themselves? When you have 3 former competitors, big content creators, I am hoping that, and I don't know enough about Gentle Mates as an organization, but I'm hoping they have the infrastructure and the logistical help to make sure that these guys are communicated with, that they get the love and attention that they need. Obviously, Eversax as well coming over, you know, consummate professional, did a lot of different things for his former roster. So sticking with, obviously, Itachi makes plenty of sense. So my curiosity is, I'm going to let this video play if Twitter doesn't want to be goofy, is always going to be what's the above and beyond. I think it's great to provide support, finances, all that kind of stuff, and give them the ability to compete. But I want to know what they're going to do when it comes to supporting the players, mental coaches, support staff, communication, Are they going to help them really build up their content creation stuff? Are they going to collaborate with these players so they can grow as well? Because everybody kind of feels like is just chasing K-Corp and what the guys over there are doing. Like what Komodo and the rest of the dudes are doing over at K-Corp, everybody else seems to be chasing and trying to follow. And I'm very interested to see on how these guys can leverage their talents, their experiences from an organizational standpoint to really prop up these players. Because at the end of the day, esports careers are pretty short-lived. They only stick around for a couple of years. And after a certain point, you got to position that in a different way. So hopefully through osmosis, they can learn and gain experience and really find a way to level up their own careers and provide longevity in it. Because at the end of the day, 2 to 3 years, and usually these guys are out. Maybe that'll change in Rocket League. We don't know. But hopefully we see some really cool stuff, which again, if you guys haven't watched the trailer, I recommend go checking that out in full. It's always on their Twitters at Gentlemates is an easy way to find it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool announcement. I think you've got big content creator based org, plenty of finances. It sounds like probably offering these guys quite a bag. I heard what their initial offer was, and I'm like, if they sign that, Gentlemates is out of their goddamn mind. But I would hope that they negotiated it back down because it was insane. And I will not talk about what it was, but it was the largest paid I have ever heard in Rocket League history. So if they're getting it, they're definitely getting the bag and then some. Like twice the highest salary I've ever heard. Like unreal amount of money. I don't know if that's actually happening or not. I hope Gentlemates came back and was like, that's a little unjustified, guys. But maybe with the pairing of the Alpine team, maybe it did happen. I would be very interested to see on what the details of that contract are, and whoever their agents are probably very happy. Either way, good support, good attention, good love. I hope we get to see some pretty cool content ideas out of these guys, but we'll have to wait and see. With that said, appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any additional questions, comments, concerns, as always, stop by the stream, drop comments down below, like, subscribe, notifications, and I'll try to keep you guys up to date with everything going on in the scene. But with that said, that is it for this video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.